Hey everyone, you're listening to Your Daily Brew featuring your hosts Ezekiel Orlana
Jeffrey Cherian.
and here we go with podcast number 3.
Number 3.
Number 3, right?
Yeah.
Number 3, yes, number 3.
It's like Codename Kids Next Door. Remember number 3,
I
number
didn't really
1?
watch that show.
Really?
Yeah.
I like that show.
How was that show?
It was a good show, actually.
I don't know.
Yeah, it was scary. But the idea of it was kind of cool. You live in a treehouse and, you with your friends. The teenagers have a treehouse, too. And what do they do? Like, fought people? I don't know.
I don't know. It always looked weird to me or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It just always looked like one of those, I don't know. It's just like any cartoon that was like really weirdly drawn or whatever, like super exaggerated. I was always kind of like, yeah.
But I still favor those as opposed to the new ones.
Oh, all the new ones have like this horrible, gross cookie cutter like animation or something.
Yeah, a little weird.
Like it's weird. Everything is like supposed to pander to like this weird cuteness, but it's not cute because it's like gross and stupid.
Oh, what do you have in mind?
Teen Titans Go.
Oh, yeah, it's a little odd.
Yeah, the new Powerpuff Girls.
I didn't see that one though.
Oh, it's just you don't waste your time. Don't
Anyways.
waste your brain cells. Anyways. So what are we talking about today, man?
Today we are talking about music.
We're talking about music. That's pretty broad. What specifically are we talking about?
So we're talking about like how we our musical backgrounds essentially. Like how we got into music and what's it about and stuff like that. Like what did we learn? How did we learn? What did we learn? And like why do we like it so much? What do we do with music? How do we create?
Like music? We specifically though.
Yeah, just us.
Okay, all right. Yeah, okay. Let's
or in general, I guess too.
Yeah.
But yeah, whatever. Yeah, let's see what happens.
All right, man. So, all right, let's kick it off.
Hopefully, our sound quality is good, guys. Last time was kind of like garbage.
That's right. So let's before we kick the podcast off, quick disclaimer. Sorry again for that lie we told you in the beginning of podcast 2 where we said the sound quality was going to be better than pod 1. It wasn't, and
it was slightly better because I guess we could hear each other. I mean,
we could hear better. So neither of us were too far away anymore.
Yeah,
but
we were really close.
We didn't really understand the settings on our microphones.
Yeah,
and it really killed us. So hopefully, we did some testing with the sound quality and everything this time around. So hopefully it works out better. Hopefully it is better. If there's still issues or comments or concerns, feel free to let us know. Blast us on Instagram if you want, or personal DM or something like that. We're really trying to nail the sound quality. So
it's an ongoing process. Yeah, we're always trying to make it better. So bear with us.
Exactly. So please bear with us as we over the next few episodes you might hear differences in sound quality and stuff like that. If there's a particular podcast in which you think the sound quality is amazing and it should never change ever again, please let us know so that way we can keep those settings and stop being so worried about this. Because
I want to say this one's gonna be okay.
Yeah, we're hoping this one's okay. Third time's a charm, I guess.
Third time's a charm. Yeah.
So hopefully, that's the saying, right? Yeah. Hopefully it is better. But again, please let us know. We really need to know. We want to make it as good of a listening experience as can possibly be for all you listeners. Headphones, cars, whatever. We really want it to be top notch. So. Again, thanks to everyone who's given us feedback on the audio quality. We've done the due diligence so far, and we're going to continue to do that. So, sorry again for that last one, and hopefully this one's better.
All right.
So
let's just jump into it.
Yeah, let's dive right in.
You want to go first? You want me to go first?
No, you go. How did you start?
Right, you want me to go from like the very beginning, or like you want where do you want me to start?
All right, let's pick up where the creative aspects of our, I guess, like musicality started. Right? Where are our musical roots? Where did those start? Not when we started listening to music.
Yeah.
But when we both picked up a guitar and stuff like that. Specifically you. When did you pick up? When did you do all that stuff?
Musically, I think when I was like, the earliest memory my mom always tells me is like when I was like 3 years old, right?
Mm-hmm.
she remembered me singing like a song, like just humming a song. I didn't know the lyrics. I was like 2 or 3 or something. I was like, na, 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 na. And I was like pretty, like reciting it pretty good. And she was like, what is this song? She realized it was like a nurse. It was like Mary Had a Little
Yeah,
Lamb.
Mary had a
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
It's like, why is this kid? Where did I don't think I heard it. Maybe I heard it once somewhere. But the fact that I was like reciting it, she was like, oh, that's pretty good. So I guess my dad was pretty into drums, so they decided to give me a drum set at 3.
Mm-hmm.
It broke on me after like a day or two. But I really liked that drum set. They also bought me like little keyboards or whatever. You know, those toy kid keyboards.
Yeah, the little glockenspiels and the little yeah.
But mainly, like, I guess when I was like 5 or 6, I got like this. It's called a thumber, and it's like a South Indian it looks like a kick drum.
Oh, okay.
But and it has a stick, so I used to hit that during prayer.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a Kerala South Indian kind of thing. So I used to hit that. That was like my main thing. I was mainly a drummer guy.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But that was me for the longest time.
Your sense of rhythm is insane. Like,
thank you. Honestly, I'm not even that great. My drummer from Indigo, he's amazing. That's really complicated stuff. But anyways, thank you for the compliment. So that was I would consider myself a drummer, singer. You know, I wasn't really into more drummer. I thought of myself as a drummer, and that's till like maybe high school.
Yeah.
High school. That's when I met you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You met this guy.
Yeah, that was 20. Well, I met you in 2012. Yeah, but the guitar club started like what 2013.
Yeah, Guitar Club started 2013 in high school, and I think we talked about this, right?
Yeah, we did talk about this a little.
Yeah, so if
Should we
is
say
deja
a
vu.
Story about that?
Yeah, we told a little bit about that.
A little
story.
bit, but I don't know if you want to go in depth with.
Up to you, man. But yeah, if this is a little bit of deja vu for all you listeners, then yeah, it's funny, but that's how we started.
Yeah,
and now we're diving more into kind of like the background.
Yeah,
and how it kind of going back and filling in all the gaps that we said we were going to talk about.
I guess so this topic kind of spurred from that. What was it? That was episode 1.
Yeah, exactly. So
we might just keep pulling stuff from episode 1. That's what we talked about.
Yeah, I mean, we mentioned a bunch of stuff we were gonna come back to, so we might as well come full circle.
But he showed me this guitar. He was like, you one time I saw you with guitar. I was like, what are you doing with that?
Oh yeah, it's like, what you got there, kid?
Yeah, he was like, oh, you try it out. I was like, I had no idea how to play this instrument, but he let me borrow it one time after like his club. And I was really shocked because like this is like an actual instrument and he's letting me borrow it. I was pretty stoked though. I took it home and I was like, I don't know what I'm doing with this thing, but I pressed my fingers as hard as I can on it and made a noise and I was like hooked. I wasn't even into guitar. I didn't listen to like rock music or anything like that, but like I was into more piano and R&B, kind of like pop, you know. And then suddenly this opened up a whole genre of music. I listen to Green Day, but you know, that's not really. Suddenly I'm listening to Nirvana and all this alternative 90s, you know, all this rock music. So yeah, you know, Guitar Club opened up that whole avenue of music and stuff like that for me. That was, you know, that led up to now. And what a journey that's been.
Starting out junior year high school.
That was 2013.
2013. Shout out Colonial High School. Woo, woo, woo.
Was it 2013 or 2012? 2012 fall.
Well, we graduated 2014 spring.
Yeah.
So 2013 fall, 2013 spring. 2012 fall. 2012 fall.
So it's been like 6-7 years.
So yeah, it's been exactly 7 years. Over just past the 7th year anniversary.
I'm at one point it's like, oh, that's kind of small. I wish I learned it earlier. But on the other end, there's like people who's been like leaps and bounds above me who've done 7 years.
I remember that, you know. So I'm not sure if we mentioned this before in the previous pod, but the point of this club was the way it started was that I
want to hear this story.
So the way the club,
I want everybody from CHS to know how this story started. This is not Perino's idea. Mr. Perino, great guy. But this man right here started it. If it's still around, you're hearing it right now. The Genesis.
All right. So the way this started is so my sophomore year of high school, which would be 2011 into 2012, something like that. I was dating this one girl long distance relationship from like Maine. Um, so we used to go to these Christian slash Bible camps, right? Um, so we went to this one. It was called like a Northeast something camp. Like it was during the winter, quote unquote. It was for like a extended weekend, like 2 3 days, like 3 or 4 days or something like that. So she came down for that. And I remember seeing my friend at the time. He born and raised in Pennsylvania, I think. Um, his name was Merlin Paz. He was an awesome kid.
That's a cool name.
Yeah, for sure.
Merlin
And his
Paz.
brother's name was Darwin.
Wow.
Yeah. It was like
Wow.
fantastic
A
name.
Christian?
Huh?
Darwin?
Yeah. They both were. It was weird.
Intriguing.
I know. It's like so.
Merlin
It's
and
so.
Darwin.
So
Eclectic.
I meant shout out to Merlin Paz. I hope you're doing great, man. Miss you. Anyways, so I believe, yeah, he used to play guitar, and somebody else in one of these cabins, had brought their guitar, and I remember thinking to myself, I'm like, oh man, like I really want to learn it, and the guy, I forgot the other guy's name who had the guitar there, I was just thinking to myself, I'm like, there's gotta be a way, like I gotta get this thing, like I gotta get a guitar, I gotta get started, so, um, backtracking that, I remember I forgot who I reached out. I remember I ended up doing a trade, and I got the guitar for a keyboard, right?
Oh yeah, you had a keyboard
Yeah,
here,
so
right?
well, it was my brother's keyboard. So, I'm it's so long ago. I'm sure I'm getting these details screwed up. I'm sure Merlin knows better than me or remembers it. I mean, it was his guitar.
Mm.
But I remember seeing somebody at one of these camps when I was younger. And they had the guitar, and I remember also seeing him here at this winter camp thing. And I had already established with Merlin that we were going to trade because he had a guitar or whatever,
Wow.
and we were really great friends.
He was
back then.
down to.
Yeah, he wanted the keyboard, and I was like, "You got a guitar, I got a keyboard. Let's trade it because you want to do the trade." So we traded it, and I gave him some money, because it was like the keyboard was worth less than the guitar.
Really?
So yeah, so we ended up trading and gave him like, I don't know, $30 or $40 too, and I got a guitar. So I had that guitar that weekend, and then I remember I tried playing it, and I was
Is that
just
the
like,
one that's?
yeah, it's the one in the other.
Oh.
It's the one in the other room.
Okay.
It's the Esteban or whatever. So I had that thing, and the only reason why I wanted to, and I know it's gonna sound really cheesy, the only reason why I wanted to learn how to play was because my girlfriend at that time
Aw.
was really into like indie rock, acoustic, like indie rock, indie and alternative music, like acoustic stuff, and I wanted to play so that way I could play her favorite songs.
That's sweet.
That's the only reason why I wanted
that's
to
how
do
like
it.
most people start. It's like to impress their.
It's just like, I want to
girlfriends
impress
or-
this girl, so I'm gonna go pick up an instrument.
Even
or
rock
whatever.
stars is like, yeah, I want to get as many women to like me as possible or something, right? That's really sweet, man.
So
Did she?
I got this. I got the thing. And then I remember I started learning how to play, and she was like super ecstatic that I was, trying to learn how to play this thing.
Oh, so she found out before you actually, or how does she know? I guess.
When I had that guitar that weekend,
Okay.
like I got it. So,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
I'm pretty sure that's how the story goes. I may have botched the whole thing. Anyways, that's as much as I can remember. So that's how that started. That's how I started. That's how I picked up the instrument.
When was this? 2012, 2011?
2011. And then,
8 years
in
ago.
addition to wanting to learn how to play, I also knew in the back of my head that one day in my whatever history class it was, Mr. Perino, Anthony Perino,
what a guy!
What a guy, a mensch. Anthony Perino, Mr. Tony P, was telling the class like, hey, if you guys like want to learn how to play the guitar or whatever, you can always just ask me. Like, I'd be all right to like give lessons or whatever. I guess someone gave him the idea or something like that. Like, hey, you should be teaching.
That was you?
No, it wasn't me. Wow. I was the only person. I stayed after class.
Wow.
I walked up to him and I was like, hey, like, I don't have a guitar right now. I'm looking to get one, but like, I want to, I want to learn. I want to learn how.
Wow.
And all that stuff. And so he was just like, yeah, like, it'd be great, starting off on an acoustic. Because my sister,
Mm-hmm.
had an electric and like an amp. Like these are old things or whatever.
Really?
She had it in the house, and I remember once in a while, like strings were broken, and she kind of just had it in her room. I remember once in a while I would go into her room and like hang out with her. I'd see the guitar. It always like piqued my interest, but not to the point where I wanted to learn. So that wasn't like there was always like an instrument in the house. All
Mm.
my siblings knew how to play like wind instruments. They knew like the
Keyboard.
flute, the clarinet, or the trumpet.
Oh.
But I was the one who was not musically inclined.
Yeah.
Like I started listening to music super late in my life, super late, quote unquote.
Mm.
When I was like in middle school is when I started listening to music. Right?
So you had like no interest at the
Yeah, I
time?
didn't have any interest or anything. So this is at this point, me getting that acoustic was like the turning point where I was just like, now I'm invested.
Mm.
So me knowing that Perino was willing to give lessons, and when I walked up to him and I asked him about all that stuff, he was just like, yeah, like you can come. He's like, oh, I proctor, like I watch over like detention. So the only thing is that you would have to come like to detention, but you're not in detention. And I was like, oh, it's kind of weird because that's where all the bad kids are. I was like, oh no, like the bad kids, the miscreants, the hooligans. That's where everyone is. I'm like, oh, I'm kind of shy. I was always super shy. So I was like, all right, yeah, it's fine though. So I literally reached out to my friend, and we did the trade, did that whole thing, and I finally got the guitar. So I got a case for it, a little soft baggy case at this local, now gone music store. It was called Loria Music. Yeah, it's really sad, really sad. That place was fantastic.
Nice place.
So yeah, then I started doing lessons after school in detention with my history teacher for free.
That's
I mean,
awesome,
you
though.
can't beat that
That's
because
awesome.
you do lessons anywhere. That's like it's
Yeah,
so
it's like
much
what,
money.
$40 an hour?
40
Plus.
to 80. Yeah,
Yeah.
depending on their skill level and all that stuff. Like it's so much money. And no,
That
I
and-
didn't have money for
Well,
that.
Justin Guitar too was actually Justin Guitar was free, but I don't know when you found that out.
Yeah, so there was like this YouTuber. I don't know if he's still active. His name is Justin
Yeah, he still
Guitar.
is.
He
Great
did
guy.
all his tutorials and everything,
Yeah.
like everything music theory. He
Yeah.
got into music theory. So even
Was
his
that-
older videos, maybe his page is still active. I don't know.
It is.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
If it is, and you want to learn how to play guitar, check out Justin Guitar on YouTube.
He's
Shout out to him.
fantastic, man.
Yeah, he definitely helped me. And
Free lessons on YouTube.
yeah, full free lessons.
Yeah.
It couldn't be any better.
That's like literally how I started. Like
yeah,
Zeke
I
told
gave
me
you
about it.
I told you about Justin Guitar.
Yeah.
And it helped you in your free time.
Yeah.
and all that stuff. So
When did you find that out?
I just
Farina?
found it
You
because
just
there was
found it.
something I was trying to learn. I
Mhm.
forgot what it was. And I looked online and I found his page.
That's awesome.
Power of YouTube, man. Anyways, this story's dragging on. So yeah, that's when I started. That's when I picked it up and everything. And then the idea ended up coming up that Perino was thoroughly impressed by how fast I was moving because I wanted to learn really quickly. So he was just like, all right, like, oh, this is great. Some of the detention kids, they would see a kid learning how to play guitar in detention, they were getting interested.
Wow.
And not all of them were like bad kids. Like
Yeah.
most of the time they'd come in once or twice because they were late to class or something. It's something dumb, whatever, something they shouldn't have been in detention for. So a good handful of those kids that were in detention ended up going to the guitar club. So it was funny. It was really funny.
That's actually pretty. It's a good way to
Mhm.
get them doing something else. Other than
Exactly.
whatever else they were doing initially got them in trouble.
So
that's how you guys got people.
yeah, I mean, we started with some detention kids. Some other people wanted to join or whatever because they would see me walking around with a guitar, and it was like, this is like the only kid in the school that's not part of any like musical CHS ensemble that has a guitar. He's walking around with a guitar like all the time. What the hell is this?
Yeah.
What is this? And so people would ask me, it's like, oh, why do you have a guitar? I'm like, oh, I do lessons or whatever. So the idea ended up coming up that I pitched it to Perino, and I was just like, why don't we start a club, like where we show people?
Wow.
And this whole thing happened in the spring of my sophomore year. Then fall junior year is when I pitched the idea to Perino, and he was just like, that's a great idea. Like we could do that,
Wow.
blah blah blah. So we started the club. I mean, it was nothing. It was literally just like word of mouth stuff. More and more people were like, oh, snap.
Yeah, you walk by the room, the detention room, and I see all these guitars. I'm like, what? This is what is this about? You know?
Yeah.
And you hear all this noise.
It was just noise. Yeah, because everyone's learning.
Yeah, but it was cool.
We were
It
just
was
giving
so
free
cool.
lessons. Yeah.
And you were like so inviting to me. You were just like, yeah, here, you borrow my guitar. And I was like, oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
It's really inviting. It's a great place. You know?
It's great. I'm glad you felt that way.
Yeah. It was just willing to teach you for free.
Yeah.
So you don't have any like obligation. You walk in, somebody can teach you. If you want to learn a song, you want to jam out, you just go in there. It was so chill, man.
Yeah, no, for sure. And there were a couple jerks that came in once in a while or whatever that like they definitely did not need lessons. They really just kind of came in to
show off,
kind of show off or like hang out and try and be like
that's fine.
The cool, and it was just like I mean the hanging out part was like okay, but I mean it was just like only a couple, but they really just kind of came in and they were like. This is boring, and then they left, and it was just kind of like, well,
I know
this is to teach.
Yeah,
you know what I'm talking about. I'm like, well, this isn't like this isn't jam sessions, like this isn't making music, you know, once in a while.
Yeah.
But this isn't like making music club. This is like
the idea is to learn,
we're teaching people who want to learn. You know, we're answering questions and stuff like that. You know, it's really not to make music. You know.
Oh, you couldn't like. I think he was saying like you can meet people to make music with.
Yeah, and that was the other point. But some of these guys that came in, they were just kind of oh man,
pretty judgy,
just jerks.
Or just jerks. Like you know, just doing their own thing.
Yeah, it was just annoying. So I like once in a while I would kind of call them out and put them on the spot.
Really?
Yeah, a little bit.
I don't even know who you're talking about anymore.
Like not in front of everyone. I was just kind of like to the side. I was just like, "Can you do this? Can you do that? Are you willing to teach?" And then it was just kind of like, "If you're not, then get out." It was kind of like that. It was kind of like that, where it's just like, "Well, what are you kind of here for? Like, what is your expectation of this thing?" And it's just like, "Well, that's not what this is." So like,
but anyways, it grew up pretty big.
Yeah,
like you got a good amount of people, like 20 kids at least at one point.
Yeah, for sure. So that
I
was
wonder how big it is now.
And
I gotta ask my cousin about that.
Yeah, then you ended up coming in and.
That was the same year, right?
Yeah, that was that same year. Then you picked it up way faster than I did. You were already musically inclined, and so you picking up that instrument, the guitar.
I just wanted to be good at something.
Yeah,
that's what it all came down to. I was like, please let me be good at something.
You killed it. You like I said last time, you were.
I really wanted to impress you too.
You were the. I don't know why, but you were the one person who cared the most. You were like far above and beyond everyone else in that club.
Thank you.
And no disrespect to anyone else, but like you really.
I would FaceTime him. I'd email him. I'd be like, "How do you do this? How do you do that?"
Yeah.
Like how come this is not sounding right? You know, like, press harder, like stuff like that. Like, oh, my finger doesn't reach because my hands are too small. And it's like, no, just press harder, stuff like that. You know.
But so that's how I kind of started that whole thing.
It's great.
And then I guess it's picked up a lot over the years. It's an official club and all that stuff. But that's how I picked it up along the way. That's how you got started into, and that's how kind of like we started our friendship. And our awesome relationship with Prino and all that stuff. So
we gotta bring him in, man.
Yeah, one of these days you'll hear this guy on the pod. Hopefully, fingers crossed.
What a character!
Man. Yeah, fantastic guy. But. That's kind of the story. A little bit long-winded there, but that's the story of how that all started.
Hey,
so
people need to know the truth.
But tell the folks at home all about how you and I started our little, I guess, like musical creative journey
endeavors.
Yeah.
Oh man,
take it away,
dude.
Man.
Like, so the idea was like, oh man, one time. I guess Perino wanted to jam out or something. So I guess I participated. And he told me, hey, just play these chords. And I'll have somebody solo on top of it. And it blew my mind. Yeah. I was like, what is this? I'm making music live. I'm watching this unfold. I'm like participating and actually creating something. This is so dope. So at that moment, I became obsessed. Zeke knows how obsessed I was with jamming. Oh my gosh, insane! Oh my goodness, it was crazy. That's all I wanted to do. Every time I met, I was like, please, let's jam out. Like I want to do that more than learning songs. I think I wanted to jam out. That was like my biggest obsession. So he'd show me like the scales, because when we were learning initially, we start off learning chords, and then you work into like scales. So I learned the pentatonic scale.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was the go-to. That was the go-to for the longest time. Even now, unfortunately, I should learn some more skills. But that's the go-to. So I do that, and we jam out. Me and Zeke a lot. He'd pick up his acoustic, we play up some chords. It was 12-bar blues. It was 12-bar blues.
12-bar blues.
I can't even. I guess it was like you stay on. What is it? You stay on the one. So if we're doing ADE, you say A for 4.
4. Oh man, I forgot what it was. Wasn't it 4-3-2 something 1 or something?
Yeah,
it was something weird.
4
I
3.
forgot what. Yeah, you see, I haven't played guitar in years, man. I forgot almost all of that.
You can tell how it's been a while for me too. Yeah. But we do 12-bar blues with these chords. Like the pre-note gave us a structure, and then we jam out in the scale. We use the scale, so one of us would play the chords and one of them would jam, and then we switch. And it was so fun, man. That's how it started. How we musically started to do stuff together. Eventually, we were like, maybe we should start trying to make a song. So I fiddle around with it, like try to come up with some melodies or whatever. We came up with one time.
Yeah, that was awesome. That thing stuck around for so many years.
Oh man,
that was like the only thing we ever played.
That was yeah. We jammed out with that a bit,
like a lot.
Yeah,
over many years.
We could easily make that a song. But anyways, I had that idea. Everybody's like, what is that? But we had that idea and we'd jam it out. And I actually, electric guitar, jamming out with electric guitars versus acoustic guitars is completely different.
Oh, it's wildly different.
And I never had I had an acoustic guitar. That's why I started off with. I got it from the pawn shop because Zeke told me about it. If you're going to get an acoustic guitar, get it from a pawn shop. You get it for $60 as opposed to getting it for like $120. You're going to have to pay a little more to like fix it up and stuff like that. But if you're going to want to try it out, definitely get it from a pawn shop. That was a good idea. But yeah, I didn't have electrics, so when people brought in electrics, I would want to play it and jam out with it because you feel like a rock star, man. The distortion all loud and stuff. It's crazy.
All the crunchy sound.
Yeah.
Where it's actually good to have crunch in your sound.
Yeah. The only problem was that you can't play in detention, obviously, because it's too loud. So we had that one other room.
Yeah, we had another room that Perino would secretly open for us. It was always locked. We'd scour the hallways and be like, hey, such and such room is open. And I guess he somehow, someway had the master key. I guess because he had to go to the detention room, so they gave him a key, which is the same key to all the doors.
That room was so fun. We can't I have a couple of jams saved because I used to save it on my phone. You want to pull up? We could pull up one now, or I can put it up later if you wanted to.
Yeah, no, we should post snippets or whatever on our Instagram. We
could.
Again, Instagram YDB Pod.
Yeah.
Shout out to our Instagram.
You can make fun of us to see how goofy we were. Yeah, it wasn't that bad actually.
Yeah, we had a bunch of jam sessions. Yeah, we'll post some snippets or whatever.
Yeah, we had some cool ones, man. Yeah. But it was from there. So we had jam sessions, and I'd come fiddle around and we'll have ideas for songs. Only problem is that I guess where do you go from after making the guitar riff? Just the lyrics, right?
Yeah, that was the
lyrics
was of our lives.
Biggest problem. Now, the whole idea with making songs is there's two avenues, two schools of thought when it comes to this. Is either make the lyrics and then the music, or the music and then the lyrics. And I think I was more into the music than lyrics. Or it came simultaneously. I think you're more of a lyricist than music, right?
Yeah, for me, it was kind of like the lyrics and the vocals, because that you can either
that's fine.
That.
That's fine
for me. That was always the priority, and it would always be all right, well, if we're gonna actually make music, we should definitely lay down lyrics and the vocals, because if we can hum a tune, we can add the instruments like that. Yeah. All right. So if we can do it vocally, instrumentally, we could just make it so much better. That was the way I thought back then. Yeah. And I if you were to ask me, do you still think the same way now? I guess I'm kind of thrown in the middle. With age comes wisdom.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I'm split because in some cases, looking back on it, and one of the big reasons why most of the time, whenever we try and make something, it fell through, was because we were at such we were at on both sides of the spectrum.
Yeah.
You were the instrumentals, the music.
Yeah.
I don't care. I don't really care about the lyrics. That's boring. That's boring. Like the vocals.
Why
like
did I say it was boring?
yeah, I remember
said it
a
was
couple times
boring?
you're like, oh, I don't really want to do that today. Like I'd rather just like can't we just like do the leads or do the
Wow.
rhythm? I like that was
Really?
and then I was just like, oh,
I guess
like,
because
I don't even want to.
I wasn't like strong. I was weird because I used to write like poetry and stuff to impress
Yeah, that
girls.
was the thing, and that's what I would get upset about. I'd get upset because I'd be like, "But you can write lyrics," and I'd ask.
I'm not
like,
amazing, but like I did.
Yeah,
do it.
and you had.
But it's like I guess I probably too hard on myself, and it's like also like, it doesn't sound cool.
Yeah, it doesn't sound cool to sit down and write.
Like the stuff I
music.
wrote didn't like fit the, I guess the genre.
The genre of the instrumentals you were playing.
Like singing about like nature and have distortions, like completely. It's weird.
No,
but anyways,
I totally get you. Yeah, no. So that was like, I remember that would upset me because I would just be like, we gotta do the vocals, we gotta do the lyrics, we gotta come up with this stuff. Like I would want to like just sit down, chill out, and like do the lyrics and stuff. And you were like, oh, like let's just keep jamming and let's just try and make something.
Yeah.
And for me, that was always kind of like, well, we have so many jams, but we don't have like a song. Like not even all the jams put together, we don't have a song. Like I remember it got so frustrating. It fell through because of so many differences and because we didn't really know how to communicate with each other.
Yeah.
Like, I guess on that kind of heart to heart level.
Yeah.
Until it was kind of too late at the end of everything.
Yeah, I can see that.
To where at the end, when we basically went on like a 2+ year hiatus, we sat down and we spoke out our feelings and we were finally able to communicate.
Yeah.
And then we were just like, all right, peace. I'll talk to you probably, I don't know, never. And then 2+ years later, here we are.
Yeah.
But it sucks, man. So much time gone, but.
Hey, but that was here, like, we are, man. Making a podcast.
That was like for me, that was like one of the biggest issues, if not the biggest issue.
Lyrics.
The contradicting kind of views on how to go about making the music and all that stuff.
Well, if you're going back in history, I like pulling this up because lyrics is not a bad way to start. Lyrics, you just have to. The idea is. It's not like so. Lennon, John Lennon from Beatles, he did lyrics first. Paul McCartney was the other way. He'd do like the music first, or music like simultaneously. I think it was, I don't know if it was Yesterday or Blackbird, but he had a melody and he had the music, but the lyrics weren't there. I think he sang about popcorn initially, but it was really bizarre. But he'd sing out like the melody, like popcorn, blah 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 blah, right?
Yeah.
Then he'd take out the words and throw in the actual lyrics he wants to write about. That's how he did it. Lennon obviously wrote the lyrics, and then the music came. He just put the music towards the lyrics.
Yeah.
So and they're both really renowned musicians. So either way works. I think nowadays, personally, people focus more on the music. Because you look at the concept of the lyrics nowadays.
Oh, yeah, because the lyrics are just horrible. I mean,
so.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's how people. I think more people focus on the music end, and it goes towards what you were saying, the quality. But I think we do need more of the lyrics. Personally, I wish I think I'm more on the music end, but
still, yeah. But that's the thing, because making the music. I mean, at the end of the day, if you were to make a song of instrumentals versus an a cappella song, probably most likely more people will listen to the instrumentals. I mean, there are literally bands that all they do is instrumental. There's a band called Explosions in the Sky that my sister introduced me to. Fantastic. Like, if you want to listen to like big, loud, kind of like almost stadium like rock, like that's how I would categorize, like stadium rock, stuff like that. They're like progressive alternative. They're the ones to listen to. Yeah. They're the people to listen to. Explosions in the Sky.
Pretty good too, though. So what was that one called? Explosion in the Sky.
Explosion in the Sky. Strictly all instrumentals. Okay. But it was fantastic. Like that's literally what it felt like. Explosions and like just like bombs and like fireworks.
I gotta check that out.
Just big, huge, like explosive sounds. Like in this soundscape. It was. Wow. It literally is. If you sit down. And I don't mean to sound like all weird and like, oh, you're kind of creepy. But like literally, if you sit down, you put like noise canceling headphones on.
A
and then
dark
you kind of
room,
just like
like
kind
let
of
it
close your eyes
soak
and
in.
listen.
Yeah.
Yeah, like let it soak in.
That's the best way to
It's
listen to
just
people say.
awesome. So like it's kind of that same vibe that if you so I like the new trend is lo-fi and chill and all that stuff,
Mm,
right? Like chill step, lo-fi, hip hop, all that stuff. I mean, I'm a sucker for that stuff. But most of the time people listen to it because it's like background ambient music for studying.
yeah.
All right? But that same feeling, like if you were to listen to that stuff while not studying, just like while you're trying to go to sleep or you're just like chilling out, it's a totally different feeling. Because like when you're studying, it's like, oh yeah, I can get used to like this background noise. Like kind of helps fill this kind of like the atmosphere, like the soundscape around me. But listening to it, this is what I recommend. If you're the type of person who whether you're in school right now or you're post school, whatever it is, and you listen to this stuff, the chill step, lo-fi, hip hop, all that stuff, but you only listen to it when you're studying or doing homework, whatever. Try and listen to it when you're falling asleep, or try and listen to it when you're driving. All right, maybe not driving at night, but driving. Listen to it, play it a little bit loud, and just listen to it, because the way it ends up making you feel, it's so soothing, it's so calm. Like I know how people listen to like rain, or
That's
like
actually really
nature
calming.
sounds and
Yeah.
stuff. Like
So
that
gives
kind
that
of
same
feeling,
feeling.
yeah, it invokes this feeling of like calm and peace. I don't know, it like for some of them, like they sound sad or whatever,
Yeah.
a little melancholy, and yeah, you get a little sad, and we can always come back to that. I know that's something you wanted to talk about, the moods and how music makes
Yeah.
you feel and stuff. But listen to this stuff without it. This is my recommendation. This is what I recommend. Whatever lo-fi hip hop playlist you listen to on the regular when you're studying stuff, listen to it outside of schoolwork or outside of work. Do it. Do yourself a favor and do it.
Do it.
And then like let us know how I don't know how you kind of see the music different, because I see it totally different, like while doing work versus outside of that.
Yeah. It's strange, like the music you play to get yourself in a mood, like what was it? Yeah, music sounds different in the context. It depends on the context. It's really fascinating.
Yeah, I know I went on just like a huge tangent there. I'm sorry about that.
No, that's what we're just
yeah.
chilling, man.
But going back to what we were talking about, so like the whole the instrumentals and all
Lyrics,
that stuff,
yeah.
and it's just the idea behind it is that at the end of the day, I mean, the perfect example, analogous to today, is that outside of bands that do strictly instrumentals and stuff like that, you have the beats, you have chill step, lo-fi, hip hop, jazz, blues, all this stuff.
Yeah.
All these remixed video game music, even stuff like that. And it's really, kind of just this ambient noise that kind of helps get you through and helps you concentrate. And that's why definitely people would pick up a band or a group, an artist, whatever, that does strictly instrumentals over an a cappella group. I mean, I know there are some a cappella groups that are popular.
Pentatonics.
Yeah.
That's what I was going to say.
But they're a lot of the way they do their a cappella is to a point where it sounds like there's instrumentals.
Yeah.
If it was strictly a cappella, like an a cappella church choir or something like that,
those are pretty good.
I mean, the thing is that,
but it's still not like they speak singing in Latin or whatever.
Yeah, so
you're
it's
not
like
even like it's the music.
Yeah, it's like this
more
almost
music.
Angelic or heaven versus hell type of music. Like if you're into like this epicness,
you're just feeling it. You're not even like there's no meanings.
So
off the surface, anyways.
Exactly. So
actually, that's a good question. I like to ask people like, do you listen to the lyrics first or the music? And
yeah,
you say you're more of the lyrics.
Lyrics
right?
all the time. I listen to vocals.
We
got to
put a poll up. We got to pull a poll up on the YDB page. Do you listen when you first hear a song, first time ever? Are you listening? Are you focusing on music or the lyrics?
Yeah,
I want to know that.
That's definitely a good.
Yeah,
it's definitely a good idea. So again, shout out to YDB.
Hey, so, YDB Pod.
YDB Pod. But
shout out to Danny for running that.
Oh yeah.
So if you didn't know, Zeke's girlfriend runs our YDB page.
Yeah, she's fantastic at that stuff. So
shout out to her.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Check out her Instagram page too.
Yeah.
We'll
photography is
post
fantastic.
It somewhere.
People are asking about
shout it out.
Yeah, people are asking about the photography. Where was that? Who did it?
So everything that's been posted so far, picture wise, and that's to come, all the aesthetics and everything, That's all her. That's
Yeah.
all the lovely and sweet Danielle Quinto. Uh, love the girl. Love her so much. Yeah, we'll link her Instagram page either in the description of this somewhere. Somehow we're gonna do that. We're gonna start linking our personal IGs and all that stuff.
Cool.
As time goes on, and we'll definitely link her IG and on our IG on the YDB IG. So definitely give her a page a like or follow, I should say, and check out her website too. She's got a Wix site and it's fantastic.
Oh yeah. You
So
should
check out her
definitely
website
that out,
too. And we'll have that all linked at some point later this week and over the weekend of recording this on our Instagram. But yeah, coming back to this, I don't even know how we got into the tangent of like, oh, okay, so our dispute, like the whole like
I think
contradicting views and all
I
that
was
stuff.
thinking like if I went back in time, right? Like if you could talk to yourself then, I feel like I'd be like, don't be too critical. Don't be like, like even if the lyrics come out crap, just do it, man. Don't set the bar too high.
If I was the same way with the music, with the actual like instrumentals and stuff, we would have had songs.
Yeah.
We would have done what we set out to. So we set out to make an album.
Yeah.
Even now, that was our goal. We were like, we have the next 6 months, end of the year. We want to have written. I think we said 6 or 7 songs.
We had like a couple of songs,
3 or 4,
but we never
did lyrics.
Oh my god,
we never
my
did
band
vocals.
here is just I kind of in the same rut now, but it's like it's a different reason now.
And I remember. Sorry to cut you off there, but
no.
Before I lose, I remember we both kind of agreed that we were both upset that they were short because they were short. Some of them were short. Some of them were like less than 3 minutes. We're like, oh, that's
even now. That's actually funny because like you know how long some of these now it's like 2 minutes or something.
What is like? Look at Panini. You know,
yeah, it's like 2 minutes.
Lil Nas X. Like, what is that? 2 minutes? I think it's just 1:59 or something like that.
Because they want the streams.
Exactly.
The shorter it is, the more they can stream it, the more money you can make off.
You make a 5-minute song, people aren't going to listen to that like 10 times in a row.
Yeah.
You make a 2-minute song, yeah.
Exactly.
So, how much? 20 minutes to listen to a song 10 times, or 50 minutes to an hour to listen to a song 10 times. Like,
exactly.
Hell yeah! I mean, and plus the thing is so like freaking catchy as can be.
I was looking at I was watching videos on like songwriting and stuff like that. Ed Sheeran was saying, it takes 10,000 hours before 10,000 hours of work. I think that's the saying till you get good.
Till you master something.
So you master something.
You have to in order to master something.
And that's how it is with like songwriting too. It's like. He was saying like when you're making songs when you're first starting off, it's like turning on like a faucet that hasn't been opened ever. Like it's gonna run shit water. It's that's what it's gonna be. It's the same thing with music. You're gonna write shit music. It's bound to happen. Yeah. It has to be. You have to get the shit out before the good stuff comes. That's what he's saying. So that's how I feel like I'd say to my younger self, to both of us, I'd be like, just do it. Just it doesn't matter how bad it is. It's just as long as it feels good to you. You don't have to impress everybody else. Just do what we like. What we're into. So that's what I'd say.
Kind of like what we're doing here.
Yeah, exactly.
this podcast.
Yeah, we're not thinking about like. I mean, sure we are. We're considering what people think, but at the end of the day, it's whatever's fun to us.
Yeah, no. I've said this before, and I'm gonna say this for as often as we record these things. I agree.
All you guys should look at it that way. My opinion, I think you should just if you're gonna try out something new, give it a shot. Don't not do it just because you think people are not gonna like it.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Put yourself out there. Try new things. I saw this one post. I sent it to my friend. It was like. The idea of arts, it's for people to enjoy. You don't have to be good at singing to sing. You don't have to be good at dancing to dance. Just do it.
I mean, if you're
do
good
it for yourself.
Look,
dude, you just sing in the bathroom, go off key. Doesn't matter.
So
that's human. That's just
Yeah, no, definitely. So like, I think the short of it all is that if you're good at the stuff, if you've got either natural born talent or you practice hard as hell in order to nail it and be good at something, yeah, sure, it makes it more entertaining, it makes it more enjoyable for the people around you, but at the end of the day you got to kind of reevaluate, like, all right, what am I doing this for? So like, any instance of that, and kind of looking back, if I could go back in time, I would tell past me, hey dude, like, are you doing this to have fun and like be like make music with your friend, or are you doing this because for whatever freaking reason you think that it's gonna go to like I don't know record label or be super famous and picked up and
Yeah,
like why are you being such a pretentious prick
yeah,
about it?
there's like
Like
a difference.
and that was I can honestly say that about myself back then. Like I know that like I
And
was
to be fair, I was in the same headspace, you know, like, and that's nothing wrong with that, but it's like,
it's like you kind of need to be because otherwise you kind of just you don't really filter out what works and what doesn't. Like you
mm,
need to have this
yeah,
this
you have that
this
like
this
benchmark.
sense of filter. Yeah,
Yeah,
this benchmark. You
yeah,
gotta have that when
yeah,
you're doing anything creative. All right, you kind of need to have
yeah,
this.
yeah,
Well,
yeah, I
you
guess.
like if you wanna not okay. If you're doing something creative that you want to release to the public,
Mm.
you gotta kind of have this
To
sense of
public,
like,
yeah.
yeah, you need to have. You don't need to know exactly and hit goals and hit specific check marks off a list, right?
Mm.
But you gotta have a sense of all right, what is the general sense or general direction that I'm headed in,
Mm.
and you also need to kind of have a sense of like this filter of like what works and what doesn't for me, right? Now, me as the creator, us as the creators, whoever it is, um, you don't want to put out stuff that isn't the best that it can be. But at the same time, you're never going to be the best you can be
Yeah, that's a big
until you
problem.
do a trial and error, until you go through the ringer,
Yeah.
So it's that idea of like, uh, breaking out of your own like headspace
Yeah.
and
And the
realize
biggest way to do that is,
just doing it.
putting it out there.
Exactly. And so,
With the pod, you can compare it to the podcast.
Yeah,
The
so
first two episodes, like, audio qualities was
yeah, audio
garbage.
quality is not that great,
But you gotta put it out there, otherwise you're gonna think it's great. Like the first one, I thought was fine until like I heard all the people saying like, "Oh, he's too far away," and I was like, "Oh,
and the second one we kicked it off by saying like, "Oh, this is fantastic. This is gonna be fantastic," and it was worse than the first one.
Yeah,
and it's just kind of like, all right, well,
I wouldn't say it was worse.
But
it is different way. Audio, a different way. It was
anyways,
worse. Yeah.
But you
just gotta put yourself out there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's just like you're not gonna know
if you wanna. Put it to public. Anyways,
like you
can do it for yourself.
You're not gonna know what works and what doesn't unless you do that.
Yeah,
like, it's as simple as that.
Yeah.
And I know this is something like this is common sense, and but I feel like so much of the time that when a conversation or topics and ideas are just so repetitive, people tend to kind of just forget what's going on. People tend to forget the value of these things. The value of understanding. Hey, you gotta just kind of do it. People tend to forget the value and the benefits that can come from just kind of putting yourself out there to a degree in which you're comfortable, but also at the same time to a degree in which you're willing to put in effort. It's not that you just don't care.
I think there's also fear.
Yeah. So there's so many things, and we can spend so much time talking about that stuff. But
at the end of the day,
yeah,
you're not gonna get better until you
try it out.
You try it out, yeah.
Until you just kind of go out there and just try.
Yeah.
I mean that that kind of, and I don't know if we mentioned this before or not, but there's a handful of podcasts that we recorded before the official first one, before Hi My Name Is, that we started this back like 2 months ago or something like that, and we recorded like I think 3 or 4 other ones,
probably more
or something like that, and they're long. They're like an hour at least, an hour.
I thought it was great at first.
Yeah, we thought they were awesome, and then we're listening back and we're like, these are terrible.
It wasn't terrible. But it was it was like all over the place.
Yeah, exactly.
It was all over the place, and it was long.
So it's just kind of looking back at that and taking new to known. It's just, well, we thought Hi My Name Is the introduction. At first we were like,
yeah.
And then we were just like, well, let's just do it because we need to introduce ourselves. And so that's how it went. If we could have easily said, we'll just keep postponing until we find something so perfect. And there is no perfect thing. There
I know
no
some people were like, you want to put something big in the first, like something like grab their attention.
Yeah, but then it's just like
not everyone.
But that doesn't work for everyone, and that's not what everyone wants to do. So
like off the bat, like I'm gonna lose 20 pounds in 1 week, or like,
I'm
gonna quit smoking cold turkey. I mean,
got
some people can. Most people,
yeah,
it's a little more. You got to regiment, do it little by little. Baby steps. That's essentially it. That's the only way you can, like, for me anyways, you baby step it. That's how you get to where I want to go. And with this, like, that's what we did with the podcast. So
no, exactly.
We're baby stepping at each episode.
Definitely. So that was kind of, bringing it all around full circle, kind of harkens back to, the falling out that we had, not only like with each other, but with ourselves, because like musically. So that was like the big thing. It was just like we didn't see that. We didn't understand this, or if we did understand it, we weren't putting it into practice.
We were pretty close.
Yeah,
we have like one song.
We have a song.
We have a song that we made, and before we like stopped talking, and we were really really close. Like Zeke had lyrics for it.
It's done.
We were it was pretty much done. It was just piecing it together.
It's done.
We could totally.
I have the finished version.
You have the finished version?
I have. It's literally like on my iTunes or whatever. Like I have it.
You have it on your like right now?
No, it's on my laptop.
It's on your laptop on this one?
Yeah. We can post a snippet. We'll post.
You want to pull it up now?
I don't know. It's gonna take a little bit. No, I like.
All right. Well, we can post a snippet.
We can post if you really want to. We can post the full song. Do like an IGTV thing or whatever.
If you're down.
I mean, we can post the.
We'll post a clip. We'll post a clip. But yeah, you guys for the sake of what we were just talking about. Putting ourselves...
Something came out of it. Because as much as I hate
and that was with immense strain. Immense strain.
Oh my gosh.
I was like nagging him so much. I was like, please make something. Out of the sake that I couldn't make anything. I was like, please try to make something so I don't care whatever you want to make. I was like, I'm open to whatever you want to do. If you want to make random bleep noises or random screaming, we'll do it. I'm open to it.
You guys,
and we finished the song.
We were so done with because
we were like burnt out.
Yeah, we're at this point we're just
because I was very picky. I was super picky,
unfortunately. Yeah. But at the same time, I was incredibly picky with, again, like I said before, the instrumentals.
It's not a bad song, man. I think it sounds great. I like think, looking back on it. This is better than some of the songs I listen to. I think personally, there's like a lot more layers to it. There's like compared to like simple one guitar.
You came in.
Vocals, drums. This has some layers.
You came in with rhythm guitar too. You came in with leads. You came in with the bridge and the outro. Like
you came up with some of that stuff too.
Well, I came in with rhythm 1. I helped. We co-founded rhythm 2, like rhythm guitar 2. You did the leads, which freaking blew my mind when you did that.
I didn't know how I did that.
That was like, all right, you know what? We'll post the song. We'll post it. We'll post the damn thing on our Instagram.
We'll see what people say.
Yeah. So we can do.
Should we do a poll? Should we do a poll?
Should we post it or not? Like
not a poll. Well, even that. So should we redo it? Should we actually make it a song?
All right. We're gonna post it. We'll do a poll. And the poll is gonna be like, redo the song.
We're in a better headspace, man. I think we could finish it, make it sound good.
We'll kill it.
Yeah, yeah. We're just doing it for fun.
All right.
If it sucks, we'll post it anyways. Who cares? You know?
Fine. So you want to post it with the vocals or without?
You want to redo it?
I mean, I can redo the vocals. I don't mind.
Or redo the whole thing.
We can redo the whole thing. All right. You heard it here first.
Everybody has to hold us accountable.
Yeah, everybody guys have to. If you guys like, what's today's date? Today is.
Well, it's gonna be Columbus Day when they get that.
Oh my goodness. What is that?
So 14th.
Okay, so today is October 10th, 2019. If you don't see anything posted by October 14th, 2019.
Oh, we're gonna.
Oh yeah,
we're going.
No. If you don't see our original version of the song posted by Monday, October 14th, right?
Yeah.
Or whatever it is. Please bombard us in Instagram and our DMs.
Yeah.
And we're going to post it.
Mm.
But by the end of
the year, we should redo it if you guys like it or,
Yeah, but by the end of the year, we are going to record a new version.
Oh, you want to?
Yeah.
This is set in stone.
We're going to do it.
Okay. And it's only one
poll.
song.
No, don't even
no
need
poll.
Poll.
All right.
Let's do it.
All right. I'm down. All right, shake on it.
Shake on it.
All right. It's happening right now on YDB Pod. We're gonna. There you go. Look at that.
We gotta post it. If you guys, December 31st, if you don't see the song up, you guys better kill us in the DMs
Oh,
on Instagram.
jeez.
So, um,
Yeah, it's all love, man.
yeah, for sure.
It's we're in a better headspace. I think we're all open, and the song's done. Like
Yeah.
you don't need to do anything. If anything, it'll sound better because I have better audio quality of like
We
great
have actual
mics. Yeah,
proper vocal recording mics
yeah,
and stuff, and hopefully now we know how to set the setting.
yeah,
I
yeah,
can't harp on that enough. I still feel bad about it, but
yeah.
that's just me. I'm just really terribly apologetic. Uh, but yeah, that's that, man. That's kind of I know
That's
it's a
our
little bit longer
backgrounds and
than usual, but so much to talk about with the history and kind of like our upstart and end up our rise and fall in our musical,
yeah,
endeavors, like growing up, like throughout high school and beginning of college and all that. This should definitely be part one of like a maybe. This is gonna we're gonna come back to the general topic of music, but we're gonna talk about so many other things. I know we touched base on a few others that we definitely want to come back to. So you'll definitely be hearing more about music and our thoughts and all that stuff later on. Music is such a tremendous part of our both of our lives, and
yeah,
there's just no way in hell we're not going to talk more about it.
yeah.
If this is all we spoke about music, that would be a severe injustice to who we are. So you'll definitely hear more about it. Let us know if you guys want to hear some specific things about music or certain aspects about like our personal taste and all that stuff. We have a list of our own ideas, but we're always open to others. So again, drop us a comment in our Instagram, DMs and all that stuff, or reach out to us email if you're into that thing still. Um,
Oh yeah, we have
yeah,
email.
ydb.pod@gmail.com. We're gonna start posting links to IG pages and social media and email and all that stuff in our descriptions to come. We'll be adding some more information for you guys to be able to reach out and be more interactive with y'all.
Bless you.
Uh,
That was Dafter.
yeah, that was my dog sneezing.
I don't want
Anyways,
to edit that out.
thanks
Yeah.
guys for listening to pod number 3, and
Trust.
yeah, so hopefully you guys enjoy, and we'll talk at you later.
Peace.